Hi, my name is Debbie, and the subject matter that I am presenting on is acceptance. I chose acceptance because it feels like it is the recurring theme of my life. I'm going to dive right in for time purposes. When I was young, 20 years old, I was the victim of a crime while I was vacationing in Florida. I'm not going to get too much into the details of the actual crime, but I had to come around and accept a lot about that. I had to accept that life at that point had pivoted and changed as I knew it. Um, I was no longer that carefree, secure girl feeling safe. Um, I struggled a lot and still do uh, in regards to certain situations. Um, Another part of it that I had to accept was what was required of me civilly, the right thing to do, which was that after this man was caught, I had to fly down and testify. Um, he got put away for 17 years, I'm happy to say. Uh, but if you do the math, I'm much older than 17 years. And one day, when I least expected it, when I was engaged to my husband to be married, I got a call from Florida asking me to come back down and testify because he was about to be released from prison. And Florida has this wonderful program. I think it's called the Jimmy Rice Act. I haven't Googled it in a while, but it would be like, I guess, what you would call an extended rehabilitation. Because while this man did many, many years in prison, they didn't think that he was fully fit to be back out in society. So I went down again and testified to have him committed to that. And again, he was found to be in need of that. And that's where I left off with Florida and that chapter. Um, so that was one thing that I had to come around and accept in life. Um, the second thing is still developing, still like in real time, lifetime. And that is that 5 years and 2 days ago, my son, my child, who was only in third grade at that age, asked me to stop drinking. Yeah. Um, and that was super annoying, I have to say, at the time because I used to enjoy it. Yeah, I used to like to cocktail and that type of thing. But I always wanted to pride myself on being a very good mom. So I accepted that challenge. I did. He was learning about it in school. Did not think I had a problem by any means. And the first 6 weeks I was going along and I was doing really well. And I was like, oh, this is so easy. And then one day in the beginning of June, um, I came home and I really, really wanted to drink. I came home and it was the barbecue smell and the pool was glistening and music playing, rock playing on the radio, and I just wanted to have a drink, man. That was all my jam. That was when I struck. So I decided to go to AA. Oh, I know, what a cult, right? Um, uh, through my years in AA, well, through the beginning periods, I wouldn't say I was an alcoholic. You know how they all announce themselves and say it? No, I wouldn't do that. I would announce how long it had been since I had a drink because then people would clap. Yeah, they would clap. And I really liked getting to the clapping. I'm all about the applause. But anyway, um, as I'm going along, not saying I'm an alcoholic, just giving my day count, my month count at that point. One girl got up and told a story, and it was exactly like mine. And that's when my perception started shifting. I was like, wow, maybe I am. Uh, and through the years, I have started learning more and more about alcoholism. When I was about 2 years sober, my friend Sue's husband, John, killed himself. And my husband and I were talking about it one day, and he was like, well, don't you kind of feel like John always was like an alcoholic and stuff? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that John was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. And I remember at the time I told my sponsor, who was my sponsor, about John, and she's like, aren't you so glad you're sober and you're in a program? And I was like, now I'm like 2 years sober, and I'm like, oh my God, I used to go a little overboard the wine. This one is so pro AA, so pro, and I'm like thinking she doesn't understand me at all. But it's 3 years later, and I have to say, given what I've learned through the years about alcoholism, I no longer put any distinctions between myself and that old man in the bar who is like, just drinking back the hard stuff to steady his hand from shaking. I don't. Um, and I've never been happier. Acceptance. It's like when the light bulb goes off. Um, Man, there's nothing like it. It opens you up to a whole new world, no matter what the subject may be. Um, I am going to end on the major thing I've had to accept in life, and I'm going to ask my 14-year-old son to give us some perspective on his feelings for it, okay? And I'm going to warn you in advance. He is 14. He's a major league attitude. Oh, also, I'm not really crafty like Molly is with the whole fade and the music and the screen upside down thing. I'm just going to press pause and then come back on, okay? Be right back to you. Okay, hi. I'm picking back up. I didn't know how to turn the video around, so I'm just going to introduce you. This is my son, Ryan. What do you say, sweetheart?
Hi, Ryan.
No, not hi, Ryan. Just say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, great. And this is my son, JT.
Hi. Go inside, please.
Okay, wait a minute, Ryan. Ryan likes to go inside for some reason. Okay, it's a beautiful day out
Go
here.
inside, please.
So, GT, I wanted to actually ask you about this, okay? Do you think that Ryan is accepted by everybody?
No.
You don't? Okay. Why do you think that is?
He's a prejudice going around about low IQ, race, anything else.
People from other countries?
People from other countries.
Yeah.
It just has to stop.
It has to stop. How do you think that people would be more willing to accept Ryan?
They realize that Ryan's better than them.
Well, that is true. But you would say by getting to know him, right? And
Go inside, please.
oh, sweetheart, we're in the middle of a bit here.
Go inside, please.
I just told you you're better than everyone else.
Okay. So, by getting to know him and to understand about people with disabilities, is that how you think?
Yes.
Okay. I want to thank you for your participation in this.
All right.
Ryan, what do you want to say?
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, I'm saying hi, Ryan. Although, okay, wait, let me explain. He could see himself. That's why he's saying hi, Ryan. He doesn't realize this is a video.
Hi,
I couldn't love you more. And I couldn't love you more either.
Hi, Ryan.
Okay, so I'm back. So we got off the hook pretty good. He didn't say anything fresh. I don't think I saw an eye roll. But it's always tricky. He's right. That's what acceptance all comes down to being. It's studying and understanding and learning about what it is that we're ultimately hoping will be accepted. You have to see me now out there talking about autism, and I didn't accept it for a full year that my child had autism. For one, these children are diagnosed at a young age, and it could just be that they're slightly delayed. But the more and more I learned and the more I identified, like my journey with alcohol, the more I realized, no, he does have autism, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing. And with everything that I've come to have to accept in life, there has ultimately been a freedom from being stuck. Yeah, I would call people that are not coming around to being stuck. And accepting has you moving on. Accepting has you embracing. And there's a lot of moving parts to it. It's not black and white. I have to accept that GT is going to grow independent and he's going to leave me someday, and that's tough. And then I have to accept that Ryan has limitations where he may not, you know, he's probably not. He's probably, I have to live as long as I can because I don't know what's going to occur with my child. And so, in that way, it's ironic. It's just both thoughts are very, very daunting to me. So this has gone on probably way too long already. So I wanted to say that I really, really am enjoying this class, and I hope that my presentation on acceptance hit home a little bit for everyone. There'll be an accompanying paper for Professor, and that's it. Everybody be well today. Thanks.